Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to another video. In this video, we'll be discussing a Nifty structure for the next week from your 12th to 16th, right? A very important week. I've told you guys many times that this coming week will decide a fate of a very large move, which is going to come in the middle of the year. Okay. So we are not looking to capture a huge move at least for the first 2 days. Reason is I told you that there is an event which is coming, which is your CPI data, right? On the 13th evening, which is Tuesday. Believe it or not, all the markets are connected to each other. And US CPI data, how will it affect Indian market? Indian CPI data also, the inflation data also will be coming out, I think, on Tuesday as well. So let me just have a quick look if it is this case. Okay, so there's no Indian news, there's only US market news on Tuesday. Okay, we have inflation data on Monday itself, Monday evening. So 12th Feb evening, we have inflation data of India, or possibly in the evening or maybe in the daytime also, we don't know. So anyway, point here is that the first 2 days of next week is going to be very crucial to decide the time as well as price structure of Nifty. Now, time wise, I've already told you 14th to 16th is the important time zone. I've told you this since the beginning of the month, and till we reach this date, it will be very confusing. Okay, so you've seen what has happened in the market, a straight up move, a choppy move so far. So right now, it is very important for 12th and 13th to observe what kind of price action is happening here. We'll discuss in depth structure wise, right? Quickly having a look at your shorter time frame, what happened last week, the important move, the price pivot zones, right? Price pivot zones were very helpful for us. In this, a lot of confusion was going on in the market, what is happening, but the price pivot zones were very, very helpful, right? So there are many people who are claiming that market is going to go for ATH from this point onwards, right? And we had a perfect view of the market from where the 2nd Feb drop. We were expecting a fall to start as per time, and we are grateful that market has obliged, right, our analysis perfectly. So we had a drop towards the 5th and 6th. I was expecting a low swing low to be made on 6th, but the swing low came on 5th, and we had a higher low on 6th. Okay, so we got a higher low on 6th, and we had a good move up. So as per time, I told you what, as per time, right, it'll be very good if 8th or 9th. So I was expecting 8th, but the structure was not completed on 8th, right? This is what is the update I gave you in the Telegram group. The structure was not completed on the 8th. So there's a good chance for 9th to we can go lower. Okay. The only plus point is we closed higher than the low of 8th. So low of 8th is still intact. Now, what happened here using our price pivot zones intraday? It was a very, very brutal fall, right? A very brutal fall, and it was perfect exactly from our price pivot zones, right? See, you can see how it got respected and then broke down. Anyway, so we all have the good understanding now of how we use price pivot zones. Let's look at the higher time frame structure. The structure is still the same, and my strategy has not yet changed. My approach to the structure, it's very simple. Right now, I'm seeing, let's discuss the first scenario where I already told you this, but I'll just revise it. There's a good chance market can make a flat correction. Okay, a flat correction in the market, ABC flat. So in that case, market will make a swing low from your 14th to 16th approximately. Okay, it will make a swing low. Yes, this is opposite to what time is suggesting. I told you this is a very difficult time, and time analysis is a very important tool which will tell us a specific time zone. Okay, it will tell us a specific time zone. Now we have to use what? Your price analysis to find out what exactly can happen. So as per price analysis, what can happen is, this is the higher time frame structure. Why do I refer to higher time frame structure? Always remember, higher time frame structure has more power than your shorter time frame. Shorter time frame, no matter how much volatility happens, higher time frame structure is the priority always. Okay, so the first possibility is this ABC flat type pattern. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to study this part, right? Why this is an important zone here? Because you saw a zigzag move here. Okay, you saw this zigzag move. Okay, so this is an A B C move clearly. So for this flat pattern to get activated, what do we need? We need a fast sell-off. We need a fast sell-off. Why? Because if this is your starting point, this is your A, this zigzag B, and your wave C has started. In that case, this will be your wave 1, wave 2, and then fast sell-off as wave 3. Okay, this I've already told you. I'm just revising it for you. In case there is the opposite pattern, what is the other pattern which I discussed? The other pattern I discussed is some kind of a expanded diagonal type pattern like this. Okay, now why are we considering this? First, always I keep telling you, you have to study what the market as an unbiased analyst, meaning regardless of what position you have to listen to what the market is telling you, right? What is shown on price, you have to try to think about it. So here, if this move is an ABC move, okay, if this move is an ABC move, there's a good chance this can be your D, this can be your E. Okay, A, B, C, D, E. Okay, the length of this, okay, the length of the last E wave has to be greater than your third wave. So this will be basically, it is your wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5. Okay, this has to be greater than the last up move. So what is the length of the last up move? Let's quickly have a look. 677 points. So the current move, the next wave should be greater or equal. Greater, or it cannot be less than it. It has to be greater or equal. This is coming approximately around your 22,305. Okay, 22,300 approximate levels. It is coming around there. Okay, so is it possible for the market to show a new ATH, right, by your 14th to 16th? In that time zone, is it possible for market to show new ATH? Okay, or are we going to follow the old structure where the market is going to fall down? So when these two kind of scenarios are there in your mind and price action is not fully clear, what you can do is what we have done, what benefit we have is your price pivot zones. Okay, so the price pivot zones are very, very helpful for us to be on the correct side of the market. These are your higher time frame price pivot zones, right? This is not your intra-week ones. These are your higher time frame ones. I've already mentioned which one is the higher time frame, which one is lower time frame, intra-week, intra-month. So this is intra-month. We'll be analyzing this on a 15-minute or higher. Okay, 15-minute or higher. And this stage here, as long as this 21,730 to 765 protected, safer bets on the long side. Okay, again, I'm not encouraging you to trade. I'm helping you look at the market when there's a two very good possibilities of market going up or down, right? How do we protect ourselves in that case? Using a price pivot zones. It will help us be on the right side of the market, correct side. We want to be on the correct side, right? So we don't want to take trades and get stuck in it unnecessarily. Okay, so simple here. If this is your W, X, Y, then we are going for a move higher. Okay, like your expanded diagonal on top. If this is not your WXY, because this again structure is a bit hazy right now, it is not completely clear. If this is your wave 1, wave 2, wave 3.1, 3.2, and then 3.3 is started. Okay, This is another possibility on the downside. On the higher time frame, if you recollect, if you're discussing about the flat structure, then this is the impulsive wave down, right? So how do we know which is correct? It is not completely clear on the charts. Okay, it's not completely clear on the chart, so we are taking the help of the price pivot zones to be on the correct side of the market. So what do we have coming in the next week? We have a very good volatile week coming ahead, and we know what 14th to 16th is a very important time zone, not just monthly, for a very larger time frame structure as well, right? So we want to see what kind of price action happens here. If you look at the last year, what happened in this time zone, let me just have a look. Yeah, so this was last year. This was your first budget day of 2023. What happened here? Good volatile move. Okay, and then again it was completely choppy. So around your 13th, it made a higher low. Okay, it made a higher low and a rally up to your 16th. 16th, it topped out and we had a very good fall in the market, nearly 5 to 7% fall. Okay, so if something like that happens now, as in market goes higher and then makes a higher low and then rallies till 16th, all that is possible right now. But just imagine right now on a higher time frame, right? Like I told you, two structures possible. For both the structures, this is the first structure, the other structure is this, right? So both the structures, if this is a 600 plus point move, 677 approximately, and this approximately also will come around 21,400 and below, 21,200. This will go for 22,300. So basically, if you see, there's literally a 600 point move on either side, and market is stuck in the middle. So question is, how will you know for sure, guaranteed market what it is going to do? So as a trader, if you want to learn proper method, you have to keep an unbiased view. You need to have a understanding. It's not a problem if you don't know what to do, since many people don't have access to something called price pivot zones, right? There's a proprietary method of calculating some price levels. I can't go much deeper into it, but overall understanding we have is exactly that. If market is not able to hold this level of 21,730 or 765 zone, it is likely it will fall down further. So what will get activated? Your higher time frame bearish setup will get activated. Okay, so if this zone is held and market is going above it trading, so what is it? The other time frame, the higher time frame bullish setup is activated, right? So that's how we want to look at the market. First, very important is that you understand the structure, what is happening, then you use the price pivot zones. Okay, another rare possibility which I wanted to share with you, and this is not formed yet, this is forecasting, this is a possibility we can see in the future. What is it? First one is this, that the entire move from here is just wave A, possible wave B, C, D, E, right? Something like this. This is again for the future I'm talking about. We'll see if it happens. It is not necessary that it happens. Okay, we'll see that in the future. We'll keep tracking this in case what we get a good fall from 14, 16, but it does not break the swing low. Okay, so we'll see all that later on. Another possibility is that it is making an ascending triangle. What is it? Ascending triangle. How does it look like? Previous bullish move, highs are almost equal, lows are higher lows. Okay, and then we get a good breakout on the upside. Okay, like this. So this is something which we will discuss later on, if this happens again. So these are some rare possibilities which we will look at if the market does not follow your normal setups like A, B, C, this one, or your expanded flat like this. Okay, so expanded diagonal, sorry, not flat, expanded diagonal. So we'll see that in the future. Right now, it's very, when the market is confusing, it's very easy to speculate. Situations like this, the best approach is the best approach for this is to let market breathe sometimes. Okay, let market breathe. So the analogy which I'll give you here is very simple one. In traffic also, in a good traffic, in the city driving, you will have times where you can drive, suppose this is your accelerator, right? You can push it forward, right? You can have a good, on your pedal, accelerator pedal, you can put a lot of pressure and go higher, like above 60, 70 speed. Okay, even in city drive. But there will be times where you will have to only use little pressure, right? Meaning another scenario B where you can only drive from 30 to 40, right? Sometimes you'll have to hold the brake only. Okay, so the reason for this is that the speed, if it's going up and down, means there are times where you have to wait till you can accelerate again. So simply again in the market, sometimes you have to wait till the market shows a proper path or a aggressive stance or expansive nature. Okay, this is nothing but compression. This is expansion. Okay, so after expansion phase, there will always be a compression phase. This is where 90% people lose their money. Okay, this is time wise. Again, this is 1 hour chart. Now if you go to a daily chart and see, this is entire thing, this entire huge range which is made in the market for us is just a small part of what? A small part of this huge expansion phase, compression phase. Okay, but if you look at in the smaller time frame, if you look at the charts, it'll look like a huge move, right? This is a huge move, but on a higher time frame, it's nothing. It's a very tiny move and small range bound structure which is being formed here, right? So all this is a different scenarios. When you add different time frames, you will have different perspective. So the only thing I can tell you, you already learned all this. So I'm just telling you to keep your eyes open and don't keep your eyes shut. Don't get influenced by anyone but your own analysis. Okay, trust me, it is never a problem for a trader to go wrong. Okay, trader can go wrong. This is part of your learning curve. That's when you will improve your system. Don't judge yourself. These market conditions are very hard. If you don't get it right once or twice, there's no problem. You will definitely, you will understand what is right, what is wrong. Every instrument moves differently. Okay, so very simple, guys. These market conditions are tough. Don't judge yourself is what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, all right, guys, I'll see you in another video. If you have any questions based on this, you know how to ping me. And please don't ask me what is my view and where can I buy, sell, or is this correct or is this wrong. I've already taught you. I've already told you many times. If you have a doubt, note it down. Okay, note down your structures. What is the possibility? Possibility A, possibility B, possibility C. Then wait for the market to show which one is the correct one. Okay, one of them will be correct and the rest will go wrong. Okay, so then you will have a clear understanding. This is how you want to do. Don't be in a hurry to ask me or clearly tell you this is the structure. So the only problem where people do that is when they want to buy or sell. They're looking for a trade. Okay, when you're looking for a trade, only then you will want to know beforehand whether this is the correct or wrong structure. So first, I always tell you that I'm not going to teach you trading, that you will do it on your own. Okay, there's no one who can teach you training without a license. I don't have a license. The entire video here which I'm discussing is only for educational purposes. Right now, which I'm telling you is focus on learning the structures, okay, and the methods. Very simple. You will easily decode what you need to do later on. Okay, I'll see you in another video. Till then, be safe.